Dude, you're gonna have a Waffle House outside of your town.
Yeah,
oh my god, I'd get murdered to have that. I would kill a small family of 4.
But
you heard him say that.
Yeah. I think fucking curb stomp a puppy.
I think I'd
not my puppy though.
I think
right?
I'd murder
Thanks.
like a good.
Is there anything in that? Yes, there is.
I think I would murk
it's like in Barbie.
An unhealthy family of 6 to get a rainforest cafe built, literally anywhere, but hopefully in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I would be happy with just another one existing.
Yeah. And I'd want them to be really healthy. You know, like no chance of them dying soon. Like I want to be making a difference.
The family?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean like
I'm not killing some Make-A-Wish kid.
No.
That's not worth killing.
Exactly.
I mean like a
I want the healthiest family on earth.
No, I mean like a family that like, you know,
they go biking together.
They fight.
Oh.
They're not happy to like.
Would you spare one? Because every family that fights has like that one kid who's like kind of good.
Whoever is like.
Well, then the Rainforest Cafe will only get half built.
Okay,
They're gonna
fine.
leave out Tracy
we'll sacrifice. We can't leave out Tracy.
We cannot leave out Tracy Tree. She's the most beautiful member of the entire family.
She's
the most beautiful woman. Maybe
she's kind of my waifu.
Tracy Tree as your waifu.
Yeah, she's my dream girl.
Do you think there's Rule 34 of Tracy Tree?
Oh, of course.
There's gotta be. Hey, yeah, can you
aggressively grabs laptop?
Do you mind googling that real quick?
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, I'm pulling this up.
We would kill the family with we'd choke them with the safari fries.
All right, Tracy Tree.
You had that up so quickly. Why is that?
No one.
What?
None?
Okay, can you just Google it in Google then?
Nobody here but us chickens.
Sorry, audience. I gotta see
this is really important.
Yeah,
I
this
hope
matters.
you guys understand. Tracy Tree, Rule 34.
Are you on incognito?
No, he doesn't matter.
Safe search. I'll turn off safe search.
Oh god.
You want off? Yeah.
Off. Yeah. Okay.
I'm about to be scarred.
Go back. What the hell?
What the fuck?
Who wants to see that?
That's not a tree. That's not Tracy.
There's a lot of tree trunks from Adventure Time Rule 34,
which is fucked up.
But no, yeah, that's disgusting. But no Tracy Tree Rule 34.
I feel like you looking up Rule 34 for trees also pretty disgusting.
No, but it's Tracy Tree. She's beautiful.
Look, here's the deal.
On God.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really sad. Nothing's good in this world, and welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
Welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
I'm Forrest. This is George.
Hello, I'm George. I'm your host.
Today we have a special guest.
We have a special guest.
Yes.
Jack Jaworski. We've name dropped him quite a few times on this podcast already. So Jack, what's your deal?
What's your deal, man?
What's your deal? What's going on with you?
Oh man.
What the fuck has been happening? I've heard your name in the news all over. What's your deal? Tell the audience about yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so my name's Jack. I am a cook / frat brother of the Alpha Epsilon Pi fraternity.
Shame.
I know. These guys have made fun of me and my frat antics many a time on this podcast.
Yeah, coming.
I almost just called it the cast instead of the pod. That's a new.
I've called it the cast once, and it felt wrong.
It feels wrong because it's just two guys.
Yeah,
it's just two
I think saying the pod sounds better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was experimenting. I'm an experimental gentleman. I like to experiment.
Yeah,
with my
experimental. You're like a scientist of words.
Call me Oppenheimer of the words.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, anything else? Any defining characteristics you would say of yourself? Well, I'd like to start off and just say that I have known Jack Jaworski here since I was in 5th grade. Jack is my longest friend.
Bus stop buddies.
We live in the same neighborhood. It's awesome.
We run these streets.
It's been a great 9 years.
Yeah,
I think 9, getting close to 9, maybe getting close to 10.
It's gonna get.
Next year it'll be 10
Next year it'll be 10. Yeah, because we met in 2014.
That's gonna be an excellent day.
Yeah.
I don't know how long
we'll pop champagne.
Absolutely.
So I've known Forrest since 7th grade, and that's when Forrest was in his dick phase, and I was in my weird kid phase. I admit. I was a weird kid. And then I was an easy target for bullies, like Mr. Throws Rocks at... Shut up! Throws rocks at people. But then, tail end of 9th grade, and then sophomore year, and then, especially after... Can I mention the breakup thing? Yeah, especially after the breakup, I was like, damn, I like this guy a lot. Not because of that. It's just... that's just what happened! Yeah. And I was like, I like... This guy's chill. And then, junior year, we hung out a lot. Mm-hmm. We had a very fun drunk night after my job at Potbelly one time. I no longer work there.
Thank God.
Boo. Go. I work at Lifetime now. pull up.
I gotta bleep that.
Yeah, we gotta bleep that. But he works at A Lifetime. Find him.
Yeah, you can find him at
Come find me.
I would say me and Jack probably got, like, we were, like, friends, and then we got, like, way closer over COVID.
Yeah.
Just because we all live in the same neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just, like...
We make a triangle.
Very easy and relatively safe for us to hang out.
Yeah, it just made sense.
And then at that point, it's like, well, if you're hanging out with these guys, better get close to them because you can't hang out with anybody else.
Exactly.
So
we
didn't bond because we wanted to. We pretty much had to from social anxiety. I didn't want to, but here we are.
Yeah, there was really no.
So it happened.
Yeah. I can really talk to.
Yeah. I do love these guys for clarification.
No, it's great.
Not in a gay way.
A little bit.
It's a little. I mean, there's
at
times.
There's a time.
Yeah. I mean, we've all kissed each other.
Every time. Oh yeah. Every time I'm hanging out with every time I'm hanging out with Aria, I was like, I'll like make a joke. I'm like, you're the only one for me, and then I go, but Forrest.
Yeah,
it's true. I'm a stealer of
slaps
men.
Me. She doesn't slap me. Yeah.
If you guys think the homoeroticism on the podcast is strong with me and Forrest, you should see it with Forrest and Jack off the podcast.
Off the pod.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it business here, but
keep business.
Some to our other account.
Don't Google Jack and Forrest Rule 34.
No. You know what? Actually do.
Yeah, you should.
Or do. Yeah. You're a free American.
Can you guys draw fan art of us?
Please.
Yeah, of all of us making out and like dicks into each other.
Like kissing each other.
Here, here's the start.
Yeah, thanks for jacking us off.
Go.
Audio listeners, Jack is currently jacking me and Forrest off.
Yeah, and it is all right.
It's fine. It's okay. A fine hand job.
Yeah.
No hand job is really that great.
Had better, had worse,
Yeah, exactly.
No hand job is perfect unless it's from yourself.
That's amen.
Why'd you point at me when you said yourself?
I didn't mean to. I think that it's just like an unconscious reflex. Like when I think hand job and sex,
I think
Forrest.
So. Yeah, right.
I love you, Aria.
If you went to high school or middle school or elementary school with
all three of those.
With Jack, you would most likely know him as the guy who's extremely fucking manly.
Yeah.
This guy is the quintessential American man, ripped, works out, chops wood, does wrestling.
Wears cowboy boots.
Wears cowboy boots.
Often.
Sometimes
wearing
cowboy boots right now.
Oh yeah, you are currently wearing cowboy boots.
Jack is the quintessential American man.
Yeah, put those boots
for the audio listeners. I'm sure you hear that he has cowboy boots on.
Yeah,
you can just hear the horse like.
Yeah.
That's what horses sound like.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Jack. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I knew you forget these things because you're hardly ever outside.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just for me personally, I don't know if you feel the same way, Forrest, but for me personally, I feel like I am not even a quarter of the man that Jack Jaworski is.
I don't.
You got the heart, though.
I feel even less than that, And like the thing is, like me and George will be hanging out, and we'll be trying to have conversations about like something, and then we'll think to ourselves, "Fuck, man, is that manly?"
Mm-hmm. And we just,
but we never know.
We don't know.
You guys know you can just call me, and
I
can just confirm.
We could call you,
but we were like, well, we don't want to bother you over one thing. So what we did is we stacked up 28 things.
Okay.
Because we really need help.
We need help so badly.
We have no idea if any of this shit is manly.
I will help you guys.
Thank you. So what we have done today is we have made... Hold on, let me...
we have a tier list?
We have a tier list that I have made. Mm-hmm. Let me press the record button. I figured out how to work the record button after the MILF Manor Kin list debacle.
Yeah, that was quite the incident.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that. Is it good?
It hasn't been uploaded yet, but it is great.
This episode that we're filming right now is going to be coming out like...
It's going to be what?
It's going to be coming out.
It's going to be what?
Congratulations to the podcast. It's going to be coming out like end of August. I think maybe September 1st.
Yeah, this will be in a few weeks.
Oh, I can watch this. I can show this to my brothers.
You can show this to your brothers. You can show this
to all your brothers. And then they can judge you on how manly you are.
Guys.
We have put together a manliness tier list because we want to figure out what these items or these activities, how manly they are.
Okay.
On this scale.
Yeah.
And we thought that you were the don't peek. Right. Stop peeking.
You get to know when you know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We want to know if these things are manly. We have 5 categories. At the bottom is absolute wimpy child or wimpy kid.
Yep.
Second to last is virgin.
Like, oh wait, not you, but you don't have that much sex anyway, so you might as well be.
Thanks for outing me on the podcast, Jack is a fucking virgin.
Hey, I told you, I'd get one joke in. Yeah, and that's it, and I'll restrain.
You got your one George virgin joke. Then we have B tier. was just the middle because I couldn't figure out like.
Fair enough. It's just a good middle ground.
B tier is just a good term for any kind of middle ground.
It's like, you know, a good job, but, you know, you could have done
more. You're not
B tier can always just be called B tier. It doesn't have to be called anything else for the tier list.
Then, second to first, walks up to the urinal next to you, which is just such like a dominant
like you have to have so much confidence. And, like,
because the rule.
Well, I feel like, okay, I have two things. It's either a dominant display of power or you're just a fucking ignorant jackass.
Either way, I'd say it's pretty manly.
I'd say it's pretty
ignorant or...
It's either powerful manly or it's ignorant manly.
Yeah.
Which is, in some situations,
they're very,
the same thing.
Yeah.
They're
interchangeable.
And then number one is Greek god of manliness.
I love that.
High class. This is where you reside,
He's named Manulis.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are so nice to me. All right.
I feel like it's fair to just hop into the first. Stop peeking, Jack.
Sorry. It's like right fucking there. It's bright.
Look at the camera.
He won't know from the pictures. We tried to keep them vague.
Is that Batman?
No,
that's Darth Vader.
That's Darth Vader.
That's Darth Vader.
Okay, it's very small, and I just see black and cape.
Nothing wrong with something that's small and black. Okay.
And has a cape.
Can we just get that out of the way?
George's cock ring has a cape on it.
Dude, you are microscopic and black. Looks down.
For the audience, Jack has never seen my penis. Very unfortunate. Number one, shooting a bow and arrow. What are your thoughts on that one, Jack? Because I have a lot of them.
I think
just straight off the bat.
It really comes down to context. Who or what are you shooting at? Where are you doing it? What kind of bow and arrow? What kind of arrow?
Okay.
Well, what are you thinking?
What do you think when you think shooting bow?
Okay, when I think bow and arrow, I kind of grew up on Lord of the Rings, Thank You Dad, and last November I really got into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, okay.
So bow and arrows, it's also just kind of a cool weapon. Like I see a lot of hunters use like, you know, combine bows and broadheads. Like my buddy of mine killed a deer with a broadhead one time. Yeah. So I say bow and arrow, because I don't know the context, but because I know how deadly and cool and also kind of elegant of a weapon that could be, I'm going to put that right below Greek god.
Okay. I'm thinking, right, because I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I do know like a lot about it.
A lot of arrows.
A
lot of sex.
When I think of bow and arrow, I think of Legolas galloping on a horse, right, jumping off, doing a backflip, shooting like 3 orcs.
Yeah.
In the face.
I love the part.
And then like landing right back onto it and like still like continuing.
No, because he has this moment where like the Uruk are like attacking them on the road to Helm's Deep, and this was also right after Orlando Bloom like broke his back.
Okay.
Where he goes arm under the horse's belly and there's like mid running jumps up on it, and it's fucking badass. And the fact that he could do that after breaking his back, like go Orlando Bloom.
Is that the actor of Legolas? Okay.
Yeah. And it also picks up Gimli because he's a dwarf. Oh wait, that might have been a different scene. Whatever.
I think it was a different scene.
I'm not perfect.
There's this. I think he might be on TikTok too, but there's this guy who does YouTube Shorts. I went down this rabbit hole like a couple weeks ago, and he's like really good at archery. He has like the quiver, and he'll like go like back to back.
I love that.
He taught me about like this technique where you shoot behind the head so that you can like go over around corners, stuff like that. Learned a lot about the sideways bow and arrow shot. I think just the bow and arrow as a weapon, as a utilitarian tool,
it's fucking awesome.
It's quite excellent, quite manly.
Yeah. I mean, even when you think about like the historical use of like bows and arrows, right? Like you think of soldiers, which back then was exclusively men.
Yeah.
Which so like in its origin, and also you think of like hunters, which was back then also exclusively men.
Yeah.
So in its origin, it is a manly thing to do. Not so much anymore.
No,
I think
absolutely not.
Even like, no, they separate archery. Never mind.
And like what is archery in the Olympics?
Oh yeah, archery's in the Olympics.
Right.
Archery's a big sport. I mean, a lot of people do it. It's not like televised or anything because it's not. At high levels, it's not interesting to watch. They all hit the bullseye. Shocker.
Yeah.
It's like watching golf. It's just not entertaining to watch.
I like watching golf
fun
better
to
than
do.
it. It's like the same as like watching like axe throwing or like any of that shit where it's like
watch axe throwing.
I have
like tournaments.
Yeah.
I like axe throwing.
Yeah. Axe
throwing's awesome.
It's not on here, but I would also put axe throwing.
So I would put archery pretty high up there. I don't know if I'd put it in the Greek god, but I think I think the guy who does archery definitely has a decent amount of manliness. He might come up next to you at the urinal, and you know what? He'd be accurate enough.
Yeah, he'd get
right. Because if he's like a hunter who's an archer, not only does he have the skills of archery, he has the skills of hunting, which probably also means he has the skills of like good cooking and good butchering. Okay. So like already he's like good at 3 pretty good things to be at in life. So yeah, right under Greek god.
I think if we want to, we can always move.
We can always move it
archery up. I still personally think that it should go in Greek god, but I'll put it into walks up to you.
Yeah.
Next in the urinal.
Yeah. Walks up in the urinal with a bow and arrow, like on the back like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is even more intimidating than a normal guy doing it.
Yeah. Exactly. Up next, something very important. Something very near and dear to my heart.
God.
Yeah.
Flossing your teeth. Listen. Let me make my case. Because I know this guy over here is going to disagree
fucking obsessive, man.
I love to floss my teeth. I sometimes floss my teeth 3 or 4 times a day. Not only is it just like a good thing to do to prevent cavities, because if food is stuck in there for long enough, you can start to whittle down your teeth and get cavities. It's just a fun activity to do. It's satisfying. I feel like I could watch clips of don't shrug at each other.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm talking about
nobody saw
flossing.
that, dude. That was super subtle. What are you talking about?
I feel like when I'm watching my Family Guy funny moment TikTok, I could definitely envision myself seeing a guy floss his teeth in the clip next to it. And I don't know, it's just cool. It's manly. It's cool.
It's cool.
Flossing your teeth is cool.
You just went down. Just went down from virgin to wimpy child.
How many cavities have you had, George?
In my life?
Yeah.
I think I've lost count.
You've lost count?
Yes.
And flossing prevents cavities.
Do you want to know how many cavities I've had in my life?
How many have you had?
None. Not one ever. Not even close.
Okay.
I've never flossed in my life.
Listen. I used to be just like you, Forrest. I didn't floss my teeth. I didn't drink mouthwash. I didn't even brush my teeth for like 10 years at a time.
Okay, that's not me. Swish mouthwash. The thing is I brush my teeth with such vigor that I get everything out.
My dentist gets mad at me because I brush my teeth too hard.
They have nothing to do when you come to the dentist.
I get everything out, so I don't need to floss because I brush my teeth like a man.
Like a big manly man.
I don't have the muscle strength to brush my teeth with such vigor that it gets in between my teeth. Because I also have like the dentist say that it would be good for me to get braces because some of my teeth are like so close together and
you never had braces?
Apart. No.
Teeth are pretty good.
My teeth are fine.
Yeah.
My teeth are fine. Some of them are like
teeth.
Thank you, Jack.
Those teeth? Solid.
Some of my teeth are
you got a blinding white smile that I can see at night if you smile.
It's because I'm black, so it makes it brighter around me. But no, I used to get a lot of cavities until I started flossing my teeth. Once I started flossing my teeth and taking care of myself, which men are supposed to do, I didn't get any more cavities. It was excellent.
All right.
I think I would put flossing teeth at B tier.
At B tier?
I think it is extremely neutral.
It's something that you should do.
It doesn't make you manly.
You should do it.
You should be doing it.
You should do it.
Yeah, I think you should. Like, I feel stupid because, like, I floss my teeth, like, maybe a week after I go to the dentist, and I'm just like, he'll never know.
Okay.
Who knows?
They always tell you to floss, but I feel like they just tell you to floss no matter what.
Yeah, because the last time I went to the dentist, the guy was like, hey, you haven't been flossing. But to be fair, at that point, I had been on my 2-week-long road trip where no one packed floss. And none of us.
You were fucking tweaking.
And I was having a horrendous time. I forgot to mention that on the podcast. I didn't get the floss for 2 weeks.
Oh, fuck.
So I didn't have my addictive vice for the trip, which was very unfortunate. But no, I am very comfortable putting
B tier. It's B tier because it's not.
It is self care, which is like
self care is important.
Yeah. All right. Up next, full stopping at a stop sign, which is the law, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
You have to go to 0.
You have to stop at 0. You have to feel like the car go back when you're at a stop sign before you can go again.
The same thing when you turn out red.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
I don't. I don't.
Hey, look.
I think. Like, okay, if you're coming off of our road onto, for the audience.
George, bleep that out.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Say you're coming off of a road onto a busier road. Then stopping makes sense, because if you don't, you're just kind of a dick.
Also, sometimes stopping doesn't make sense, because you need to fucking go right then.
That's true. Okay, but here's the thing.
The grocery store is closing in 10 minutes.
I'm not stopping.
I'm not going to full stop at
I'm not stopping at any of the stop signs in our neighborhood.
No, because
oh no, God no, because like you can clearly see whether there's a car coming or whether there's a kid coming.
Yeah.
Or wait.
Yeah, Jack can always clearly see that.
Wait.
But like, we're not talking about rolling stopping at a stop sign. How manly, how girthy is it?
To fully stop
at a stop sign in our neighborhood or
just in general.
It's not. I think, especially in our neighborhood, I'd put that shit in, like, absolute wimpy child, but because it's not just our neighborhood, like, anywhere, and because sometimes full stopping is okay, but did Ginger just scratch the door?
No.
Ginger's the
Someone was walking down the stairs.
So, I feel comfortable putting it in virgin, because sometimes stopping is kind of necessary, but other times it's just not. So,
but it's like it's the safe thing to do. Is it unmanly to be safe?
It's not unmanly to be safe. It just depends on when you're being safe and how safe you're willing to be, because like it's like some people will like think they're safe because they're like, oh, I'll drive a little bit under the speed limit or something. That's actually less safe, and also it's just stupid.
Yeah.
And recently I've met so many people, and like not met, but like been driving. There's some asshole.
No, you had to get out. So
I shook their hand before I punched him in the face because he was going 45 and a 55 in the left lane, which everyone knows is the fast lane.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because at times stopping is safe and smart to do,
but it's also like you probably have a lot of fear in your heart. Yeah, to full stop at a stop.
Full stop.
Yeah, so let's go with wimpy. I mean virgin.
I think full stop at a stop sign. I put it comfortably. I'll put it there at a virgin level.
Like a safety is good, but at sometimes I'm just like, dude, just fucking go.
Yeah. All right, but Jack, you have a lot of skills. We have a lot of skills.
Yeah, we're pretty skillful.
I think all three of us we could survive the apocalypse together.
How?
Okay, two of us could.
Whoa.
We need a jester.
Exactly.
That's true. I do need entertainment.
Yeah.
Because, like, you will go insane.
How about if one of us learned how to juggle? Would that be manly? Like, would it be manly if I
learning how to juggle?
Is that manly?
Not knowing how to juggle and then making the conscious decision to learn how to juggle.
You know, I always think it's good to learn a skill. Yeah. You know, because sometimes the skill can be helpful for other people.
Exactly.
Or can be helpful for you.
Exactly.
And I think, you know, if it helps you or helps your mental health, you know, especially because, like, you can't do, if you're a big, strong, manly man and you're doing stuff, but you don't have a good mind while you're doing it, like, your mind's distracted or, like, you're not as skilled in something, you know, it's good to be smart and manly or healthy and manly, because I guarantee you, when I'm doing shit and I have a clear head, like, more manly shit or what's considered manly shit, and I have a clear head while I'm doing it, I'm going to do it, or they're going to do it a lot better.
Yes.
So it's good to learn skills, even if they don't seem helpful to you. If they help you in your mental health, I think that's good. But I also don't think it's like manly. So I think learning to juggle is neutral, like flossing your teeth. B tier.
Disagree.
Wow.
What?
Hard disagree.
I
think learning how to juggle objectively makes you a better father.
How many kids do you have?
Therefore,
it's just his opinion. He can have his opinion. Go ahead.
The same way that like learning a few rudimentary magic tricks makes you a better father.
Exactly.
It makes you like you always have a way to entertain your kids.
Is my dad a bad dad? He can't do any of that.
I don't know. All I'm saying is my dad can do all of those things, and I always thought, damn, I got to learn how to do that because that's a good way to like entertain kids, and I don't know. It's just like it's a thing. It's also cool to have like a bunch of little skills.
Yeah, I think little skills.
And when I think of juggling, maybe this is a me thing, but I think of like, oh, that's something like dads can do.
I think that is a dad thing.
And I think being a father is about as manly as you can get.
Okay.
So to me, I would put learning how to juggle not at the top of manliness, but the tier right below.
The walk up in the urinal.
Yeah. It only. I just looked up how long does it take to learn how to juggle.
It doesn't take that long. I know.
It takes about like 15 to 2 hours on average.
You mean 15 minutes to 2 hours?
15 to 22.
15 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's what Google says.
You got to practice 10 minutes every day.
10 minutes every day.
10 minutes every day.
That seems like a manly thing to do. It doesn't matter what the activity is. Take 10 minutes out of your day to do something. To learn a skill seems pretty manly to me. Mm-hmm. I'm comfortable right now putting juggling in right next to archery in terms of manliness. We will see how we're feeling.
You did make a valid argument.
You guys can put it wherever you want. This is just my...
Like, I think it's B tier, but I also respect that you guys did raise a good argument, because I think fatherhood is a very cool thing to do. Thank you, Scott Jaworski. Shout out to a real one.
Alright, moving on. Eating a hot dog alone in a park.
Just one.
Just one hot dog. You go to a park, you sit down with your briefcase and your necktie, and you unfashion it a little bit.
You might do the top button.
You sit on the bench, but you don't sit on the seat part. You sit on the table part and rest your feet upon the chair part.
Yep.
You pull out one hot dog.
Yeah.
You eat it.
And you drip a little bit on your pants.
Yeah, a little bit of mustard comes down onto your tie.
And all you do is just wipe it away.
Yeah.
You might even try to rub it in a little bit.
Yeah, just to get a little bit of color into your black tie.
Yeah.
How manly is that?
Damn. I don't like hot dogs.
No, me neither.
No, and it's pretty phallic to put that in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just being gay is not manly.
No, absolutely not. When
I
think
surprising coming from both of you.
When I think of this scenario of going to a park alone to eat one hot dog,
this is a thinker. It's honestly like
how.
This is a park.
It's a park.
There's like a playground.
Yeah, there's a playground.
There's like people with their dogs, people with their kids.
Maybe some father juggling.
Someone's people with their kids. And then you're there.
Someone just full stopped at a stoplight.
Yeah, and then you're there alone. Random adult man dressed in is there a jacket or is it just a tie?
You have a tie, like a dress shirt, dress pants, and you have like a suit jacket that you just took off.
Yeah, like you're getting home from work, but before you get home, you just need one thing to yourself.
You need one thing to yourself.
You just need one thing to not share with your wife and kids.
And it's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog with mustard on it.
Yeah.
You know, if it is your one thing, because I think every person, man or woman, should be allowed to have, should get to have that one thing. Like, you know, everyone has that one thing that they just kind of like to share by themselves.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
For me, it's a slice of cake.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a slice of cake.
What kind of cake?
Just alone.
Vanilla.
Right after work.
Boring.
And you just pray that your wife doesn't catch you.
Well, we're referencing the last podcast episode.
Oh. I haven't watched it yet.
But no, like when I think of the quintessential capitalist dad, he just got off of like work at some sort of factory or like business place, like the office. He just got done with
the fucking office. His cubicle.
He got done at Dunder Mifflin. He's absolutely tired. He's going home.
So he's Stanley.
He's Stanley. This is Stanley.
Is he Stanley cheating on his wife, or is he Stanley not cheating on his wife?
This is pre-cheating on his wife, but he's getting close.
He's getting there because he needs something to his fucking self.
Yeah. And he's starting off with a hot dog in the park alone. And I think that's manly as fuck. It's sad. It's pathetic.
It's also sad, you have to remember, like, the barbecue aspect of the hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because especially, like, if that person, like, maybe he brought that from home. Maybe he made that himself. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But also, you know, even though it's sad, and I don't think it's pathetic. It depends on. That's a little strong, but it's kind of sad. Okay,
I think you're eating one hot.
That guy is owning it. He's owning it like a fucking champ.
I don't know if I imagine him owning it. More so like frowning a little bit and hoping no one's
around.
Hoping that no one's looking at him.
Oh damn! Okay,
but in Jack said he's owning it.
Sound like in this scenario, he's owning it.
Okay, if he's owning it, he's a Greek god of man.
But if he doesn't give a fuck, that is his fucking hot dog.
If how we are imagining it, he's a fucking wimp
child. So I think the only thing.
Okay, so in my scenario, he's owning it, but in the actual one, he's not.
Well, there's no actual scenario.
There's no actual scenario. It's how you interpret the question, and you interpret it as him owning the fact that he's eating this one hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm interpreting him as being like a sad, shriveled worm of a man eating a hot dog alone in a park, hoping that no one's looking at him.
Yeah, but sometimes a worm's gotta eat dirt, George.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm gonna go with honestly, Wimpy Child. I would never be caught dead eating that in a park.
No, I understand.
But you know what I would? Like, if I made, like, a nice-looking, like, artisan sandwich, I'm talking, like, beautiful, kind of crusty bread, like some fresh sliced tomatoes, turkey or roast beef, and, like, you know, some mustard, and, like, some, like, really crisp, like, fresh out the ground, romaine. Like, you washed it a bit, but, you know, you still has that nice earthy flavor. Like, I made that shit. Yeah. That's when you eat in a park. Like, I made this. This is mine, motherfucker. Like, maybe, like, the turkey or roast beef, you killed that shit yourself. That's manly as fuck.
This guy didn't.
This guy didn't do that.
Fuck this guy, wimpy virgin loser named
24 pack of Franks for $12.
And he lives alone, too. 24 pack of Franks. Ooh.
We've been talking about hot dogs.
There's like a pot belly.
Yeah, we should move on to the next one.
We have to move on.
All right. You guys have a thing for hot dogs. That's weird.
All right, Jack.
It's just so weird.
How manly is it to stand up and wipe your ass after taking a shit? Now, everyone knows about the classic sitting to standing wipe debacle.
Yeah, George is a stander.
I'm a stander.
I'm a sitter.
Forrest is a sitter.
I'm a hybrid.
You're a hybrid.
Oh, you're one of those guys that like gets up a little bit?
Interesting.
No, like sometimes I get up, sometimes I don't.
Okay. So it just depends on your mood?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm a little standy guy.
Sometimes you feel more manly and that sways your which one you go for.
So when do you feel more manly?
All the time.
But when do you feel more manly?
When you're wiping your ass, standing or sitting, or doing like a little swap.
I'm not gonna lie, like the position of, I feel like being on a toilet, like this, your hands going under,
reaching down into the bowl just to get into your ass.
Okay, but like this doesn't look good. I feel like
but a man doesn't mind getting a little dirty.
But like getting dirty. Well, I don't. But like a man doesn't mind getting dirty. But like this looks like shit, and you're taking a shit.
For the audio listeners, Jack is pretending to. Wipe
Jack
his ass
is miming touching his ass.
See, but like the position of like going like lifting your ass a little bit to wipe, it's like it's a little embarrassing. It feels like you're trying to hide your genitals.
Yeah.
However, when you stand to wipe,
stand tall,
you're showing your dick and balls to the world, and you're
to the stall door.
I hope you shut this off. Well, like honestly,
you're spreading your ass a little bit.
You're like public bathroom.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. Yeah. I think standing up and spreading your ass is way more embarrassing than sitting down to wipe your ass.
No, because if
you don't spread some ass for the pod.
What are you trying to hide?
No.
Yeah,
bro, you're literally goating the toilet.
What are you trying to hide though?
There's nothing good about.
Fuck that toilet. I will make that toilet stare at my ass. Fuck that toilet. I'm owning it.
Yeah. Standing up to wipe.
My toilet.
Standing up to wipe.
My ass.
Standing
my
up to wipe.
Juicy fucking cake.
Standing up to wipe, I think, is...
For the audio listeners, I just slap my ass a bit.
I think that standing up to wipe makes you a Greek god of manliness.
Yeah.
You're showing the world that you are afraid of nothing.
You don't give a shit.
You don't care about the science behind the fact that your poop gets squished in between your butt cheeks. You're going to stay there for a while longer just to wipe. Because you're a man and you don't care. Going up to
Greek fucking god.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought it was really manly how your voice cracked there.
Yeah, Jack. I know. And I didn't give a shit. Yeah, I did. It's because I'm a man. Doesn't matter. All right,
next one.
Well, I have to see what the next one is because
what's the question or what's the picture?
It's I see. Pulling down your pants to pee at a urinal.
Oh, all the way down at your
ankles, showing your ass to the world.
You know Ben Shapiro does that?
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Damn, I actually have ever. Oh god. It doesn't involve me, but like one time I had a friend who walked down this guy that like we were friends with no longer, and he walked into the bathroom.
Friends with no longer.
Well, yeah, for good reason. And he walked into the bathroom, and this kid, he was like, okay, I'm saying kid, he's like, 18, 19.
Yeah.
Okay. And he walks in, and then boom, guy's just there,
caked out.
Yeah.
No, not
drops trowel.
Dropped trowel. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Just to piss.
He's
all the way at the bottom.
But the thing is, it wasn't fucking manly at all. Because instead of just continuing and just being kind of cool with it, the kid was like, oh no, and he didn't even wash his hands.
Oh, that's very
and
unmanly.
Then just putting that out there. So I'm not gonna
I think it's actually really manly not to wash your hands after you piss.
Fuck off.
But you should wash your hands.
You absolutely should.
But I think it's very manly not to.
I see what you mean.
You were literally a cook. You should be all about washing hands.
I wash my hands very often.
Me too.
However, I'm not manly.
I think
no, you're not.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I know I just went on this whole spiel about how standing up to wipe shows off that you don't care what the world thinks of your private parts, even though you're in a secluded space.
Yeah, but you have the respect,
But mooning the bathroom?
Yeah, that's just a dick move. And being a dick is not manly. That's just being a fucking... I feel like people confuse, being a dick with being manly. And, it's not. You're just being a fucking douchebag. No one fucking likes you.
It is not manly to be inconsiderate.
Yeah.
And flashing the entire bathroom is a very inconsiderate maneuver.
So we can just put this all the way at the bottom. We don't need to spend more time on it.
Exactly.
We all agree.
Gross.
Now, what about fucking in a cemetery?
I've actually always wanted to do that.
How manly
is
that?
Grave.
On a grave.
On your mother's grave. Your Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh!
At nighttime. At nighttime.
Can we get rid of the mother's grave part?
Yeah, we can get rid of that.
Sorry, I was thinking about my poets too much.
We all do sometimes.
It's a finger.
Yeah. No. Actually, no. I've thought about this, actually. So right now, for me, it's not a finger. I have wanted to do this, or at least make out in a cemetery at night on Halloween.
What about a cemetery?
I don't know. Is it the ghouls?
I'm a metalhead, so, cemeteries, death, I kind of find that shit interesting.
For me, it's the
Would
ghouls
you prefer your body's
ghosts.
cold?
Huh?
Nothing.
I prefer the ghouls and the ghosts. That's what really turns me on in a cemetery.
I want them to watch.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're watching. I
want to have a devil's three-way.
They're watching life be created in front of them after their life has ended.
There's some beauty there for sure.
There's something
made to create
circle.
life at a place where death is.
Yeah, that's like poetic as fuck.
I
and
think
honestly,
that's beautiful. And being manly is poetic as
I think yeah, why not? Fine.
Not?
Yeah. You know what? I would also put that shit.
I think fucking in a cemetery.
In Greek god.
I would put that all the way up.
Yeah, I put that in Greek god. I honestly
maybe top of Greek god.
Yeah.
For now,
whatever above Greek god is, that's where it's at. But for now, because of the tier list limitations.
Okay.
Greek god.
Next up, putting on chapstick.
That's fine. I do that all the time. Actually, not in recent years, because I've been saying, not in recent years, but in recent weeks I haven't, just because I stay very hydrated. But sometimes I have days where I don't know, I fuck up and I'm not as hydrated.
Okay.
I'm not perfect.
Mm-hmm. I think
it's not unmanly though. It's not manly. I think it's just, it kind of goes that line of just kind of taking care of yourself, like the flossing your teeth.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Also
I think it's nothing like flossing your teeth.
Okay.
I think it's making you a better lover. Because you're better to kiss.
That's something that I was just gonna bring
Which
up.
I think
actually
makes
depends on the
you
kind of
manlier.
chapstick, because
what do you mean the kind of chapstick? That's what chapstick's for. All of it.
No, my girlfriend has this chapstick that has a slight I don't know, fucking cherry spice to it. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay.
That's a flavor.
And for me, it's enjoyable to kiss because I like spice and I don't mind it as much.
Yeah.
But I can feel kind of not irritating my lips. I'm just gonna use the word irritate.
Do you mean spicy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's doing the same.
I know. I mean, I think if someone doesn't like that flavor or that kind of idea, it wouldn't make you a better kisser.
I think we're talking about unflavored chapstick.
Unflavored versus regular chapstick.
Which is there to make your lips less dry.
Yeah.
All that
Then yeah.
I think if you're a man and you have super chapped, crusty lips,
that's gross. I don't want to fucking
disgusting.
Right, it is.
Yeah. So putting on the chapstick,
I
would honestly say that's a pretty.
I would say it's pretty manly. Yeah.
It's a Chad maneuver.
It's not Greek god, Chad.
No, stands next to you in the urinal. I would maybe bottom of stands next to you in the urinal.
Okay, yeah. I can definitely see Juggling.
That's a good policy.
Now we got one that's kind of a thinker. May take a lot of explaining.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the whole cast?
No.
I said casting. This is going to be the whole pod?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wearing a cow costume to your middle school to spread joy to all the people in your class. I think that this is a very manly maneuver because not a lot of everyone hates themselves in middle school, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is unhappy. No one wants to be there. They just want to go home.
Yeah.
Then a Greek god.
By that logic, you hated yourself when you wore the cowboy hat.
Of course.
Costume.
Let him finish, because I have something to say directly after.
Let him cook. I'll let him cook for a bit more.
You hate being at the middle school, whatever. Everyone sucks. Then a kid walks through the pearly gates.
A wimpy kid, maybe, or
not a wimpy kid, a manly kid.
The pearly gates of
a kid in a white cow suit with udders.
Shit.
He comes in saying moo, going on all fours. He's spreading joy. Everyone's laughing. Maybe they're laughing at him. Maybe they're laughing with him.
Right.
But they are laughing. They are feeling happy. They see this and their day has gotten better.
So this is, to me, kind of the I don't know why you put this in here.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same question as putting your pants all the way down to pee.
Oh, no.
You're kind of just making everybody look at something that nobody wants to look at. It's a little bit of an eyesore.
No.
Maybe this guy who's putting his pants all the way down feels like he's doing everybody a service.
No.
But in reality, nobody wants to see that shit. You should put it away, man.
Well, everyone took pictures with the kid. This is a hypothetical scenario. Uh-huh. This didn't happen to me. But, people took pictures with him. People were asking him to wear the cow suit the next days. Everyone loved it. It was fantastic.
You wore a banana suit one time to a football game,
Dude.
Remember.
Yeah, that was awesome.
There's places for people like you.
So we're putting this in Greek god?
I think, I think we'll put this in Virgin, because I think it is perhaps the most virgin behavior I've ever heard of.
I enjoy it. It's fun to watch. I would never do it.
Okay, but we'll put it above full stopping at a stop sign?
No.
Okay.
Oh, honey, no. Sorry.
Well, I don't know why you're apologizing to me, because this baking cookies. Baking cookies,
a classic.
How manly is that? When I think of baking cookies...
I think it's a skill.
Yeah.
And, honestly, baking is harder than cooking, because you have to be so fucking exact with all your measurements. Cooking, you can play a lot more. Baking is like doing you're like fucking Walter White in there, exact right measurements. Okay. And if you fuck up, you fuck up. But like I think baking like a perfect cookie, perfect measurements. You have the perfect fucking materials and ingredients, and you get that perfect cookie. Like you made a perfect fucking thing. That's hard to fucking do, and doing hard shit. Sorry, back there Leah Burr reference. Fucking leaning into the mic.
How manly is that? That's virgin levels.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But because you think nobody will hear you.
No, but I honestly think baking cookie. It's not Greek god manly because if you can do math and learn how to do it. But I would say that motherfucker walks up next to you in a urinal.
I put it in B tier. I think it's
It's a good skill to have, but it doesn't necessarily make you.
I think it doesn't make you more or less manly. I think it's just
I don't know.
It's just an activity. It's a pretty neutral activity to me.
It's a pretty fun activity to do.
It's very fun. I love making cookies.
I haven't made cookies in so long.
I make cookies relatively often.
If we hang out tonight without him,
we can make cookies.
We should make cookies.
Yeah.
Without him.
Yeah.
Without George.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, moving on. Not knowing how to swim.
That's not manly.
It's just subjective, straight to the point. Not a manly.
It's not that hard to learn how to do a fucking freestyle and kick your legs.
No. I'm saying like making the conscious decision not to learn how to swim because you think it looks lame. Like seeing people flop around in the water, you think that shit looks lame. You don't want to do that.
Seeing people flop around in the water is lame. Being able to learn how to actually do that, look at fucking Michael fucking Phelps.
Yeah, that guy's a man.
That guy is a fucking man. Look at him.
At what point does swimming
swimming gets you jacked.
It does.
At what point does swimming become manly to not manly?
I think
if you're Michael Phelps, you're on top of your game, manly, whatever.
But if you're like a fucking
if you don't know how to swim, that's not manly.
Okay.
Where's your sweet spot, Jack?
Ooh, my sweet spot, like the perfect amount of manliness and non-manliness.
Of swimming.
Of swimming? Ooh, okay.
I think personally
because I learned how to swim. And I can swim enough. Like I learned how to swim, and I quit swim team because I hated swim team.
Yeah.
I didn't like the pool. I didn't like the people.
Yeah.
Fuck all.
Yeah.
And,
all of them want to fuck you.
Some of you.
Okay.
Fuck some of you.
Some
of y'all I like.
You know who you are.
You know who you are if I liked you. You know who you are if I didn't like you.
Yeah. If you're confused about it, he probably didn't like you.
If you're confused about it, he probably just didn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it becomes
Drops
manly.
50 names.
I think it becomes manly when you learn how to do like a perfect dive.
I think that's manly.
That's the peak of manly. Well, I mean, the peak is Michael Phelps.
What do you think about the guys who go up there? I'm not talking like Michael Phelps. If Michael Phelps, I'm talking about the guys go to their fucking community swim meets. But instead of wearing kind of tight swim trunks that go to I don't know mid thigh or close to the knee, they wear the fucking Speedo shit.
Ooh, like the old men whose balls you see in the dressing room.
Yes.
How manly are those? Very manly.
I think it's the same thing.
You think it's very? I know.
No one wants to see that.
I know. No one.
But you're in a dressing room.
Still, you were in a bathroom pulling your pants all the way down.
Oh god.
I do agree with you.
If you're Michael Phelps wearing the Speedo, I think that's cool because you're doing this super, super, super professionally. You kind of earned the right to do that and still be seen as a man.
Yeah.
But if you're a fucking I don't know. What guys are doing?
You're 80.
10 to 16 or 70 to 80 wearing the Speedo.
Yeah.
It's not manly. You just look stupid. And also 10-year-old to 16-year-old boys are vicious and you will get made fun of crazy.
So
because I made fun of someone who did that in a immense amount.
So not knowing how to swim,
bitch.
Are we putting that bottom?
Obviously, absolute wimpy child.
Yeah, that's wimpy child. Learn how to swim. It's not that hard.
Jack, you used to be a Star Wars fan. You've seen the movies.
I don't consider myself I'm a Star Wars enjoyer.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever? Well, everyone has.
Everyone's done this.
Have you ever been press an elevator button and then it gets there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do something awesome.
Yeah.
And you force open.
You take your hands and you
Star
open.
Wars,
you open the door while it opens.
And there are people in there and they chuckle a little bit
Yeah.
So actually, I never did that with an elevator door. I would, when I was a bit younger, I would go grocery shopping with my dad every time we went grocery shopping. And this guy grocery shops a lot. My pantry stocked. I'm dude, the apocalypse isn't coming for another few years, but he's ready.
Yeah.
Go Marines. But I would do it with the grocery store doors. I'd be like,
just a slide. This is, that's essentially the same. Any sliding electric door.
Yeah, because when you're a kid, that's fucking cool.
So, but if you're a 30-year-old man,
that's boyish. It's not manly.
It's boyish.
Okay.
And being boyish at that age is fine because it makes sense. I think, because you see those guys, those like fucking like uber nerds that go to Comic-Con.
The uber nerds.
I don't know.
Uber nerds.
Uber nerds. That sounds nerdish itself. But like those like 30-year-old men who go to Comic-Con. And it's okay to be an adult in like comic books. Like I enjoy some comic book or some comic book lore, especially like those like kind of deep and dark ones. Like I just watched this video essay on like the darkest Marvel and DC comics.
Ooh, okay. Which
was for DC, it was from this creator's opinion. The darkest comic from DC was Batman, like Arkham Asylum is Serious Night on Serious Earth, and then the Marvel one he thought was most serious and depressing was Marvel Ruins.
Excellent.
Very
choices.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. And I think it's okay. It's not unmanly to like comic books and shit because like fucking adults like it. But I think if you're like going to Comic-Con and you're like
force opening elevators and doors and all of
you're like saying like I'm literally
Darth Vader.
Like saying you're literally Ryan Gosling, that's cool. That's manly. Saying you're literally some random ass Star Wars character who like is significant to you but didn't do jack shit in the movies, that's dumb. But it's also let's go with
such a tangent.
Virgin.
Well, I think Virgin is a
Virgin,
fair place.
Yeah,
I'm quite the tangent enjoyer.
But we are on a podcast that has a cap of an hour and a half, so we gotta speed things up just a tiny.
We're chilling.
We're at like 50 minutes.
Oh, I was looking at that timer.
Yeah, that's the wrong time.
All right, well, hurry it up.
All right.
Come on.
Being named Franklin.
Oh, God.
Being named Franklin.
There's a lot of things to think about here.
Do you go by Frank?
No, you go by Franklin.
You're Franklin.
You go by Frank?
You go by Franklin.
You're Franklin.
When I hear the name Franklin. When the average person hears the name Franklin. They think of two things. They think of Benjamin Franklin.
No, you think two things.
No, most people think
Benjamin Franklin, you think that fucking turtle.
I think of the turtle.
I think of the turtle and Benjamin.
Wait, wasn't FDR Frank? Was he? He was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
But he's FDR.
He's FDR.
When I think of John, I don't think of John F. Kennedy. I think I know him as JFK from Plum High.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not talking about
JFK
John.
from Clone High.
Yeah. We're talking about Franklin the fucking turtle.
Yeah.
Being named Franklin.
Or Benjamin Franklin, who also was not that manly.
No.
I don't know, the dude's on $100 bills.
Yeah, but he did horrific shit in his lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a key and a kite strings. Like,
that's how I know him.
That's how everyone knows him at first.
I know a lot more about the turtle Franklin than about Benjamin Franklin. His name isn't even Franklin. That's his last name.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
So when I meet someone, which happens all the time, who's named Franklin, I can't help.
Just out here meeting Franklins.
I can't help but picture them as that green bitch ass turtle.
Yeah.
The turtle that's like known for being like a 4-year-old child. You can't do anything on his own. He retracting into your shell. Being a little wimp. If your name is Franklin, you're a wimp. Unless you listen to our podcast.
I think being named Franklin, and you should go by Frank.
Yeah.
Because Frank.
Yeah.
Fine.
Frank
name.
sounds awesome.
Being Franklin. I'm sorry, but your parents didn't want you to be manly. They wanted you to be a wimpy kid.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, if you go by Frank, you're good, fam. Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Exactly.
But if you're going by Franklin,
you're an absolute
and you're owning it, it's not a good thing to own. Rough. I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm sorry. You're a wimpy ass bitch.
I love everyone else, but not you.
All right, Jack.
Continue.
This one is a little more personal to you. A little more personal to your life.
I love that.
It's about frats. Now it's not being in a frat.
Hello, brothers.
It's not being in a frat.
Yeah.
It's about leaving a frat party early.
Yeah. How manly is it to leave a frat party early? Not for any reason other than, well, not my vibe.
Mm-hmm. You're like, hey, this is cool, but it's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
How manly is that?
How manly is that?
I think you're following your heart and that, or your mind, and you're kind of like, this is not my vibe, and like, you don't have, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you're feeling like, I don't have to be here to feel cool, I don't need to be here for validation, so this isn't my thing. Yeah. I see why other people like it, but I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Because not all frat parties are perfect.
No, absolutely
Which also shows you being like, oh, well, I know societally I should be here, but I'm deciding against it, which I think
society.
is a Greek
we live in a
god
society. Go against
move.
it.
I agree. I think,
and I love a good frat party.
Hey,
obviously. I'm a big frat party guy.
I've been to frat parties, and they're not really my thing.
Frat parties, meh.
They're not my speed.
Yeah.
I would much rather stay
frat
home.
parties at Alpha Epsilon Pi? Fantastic.
I'd rather stay home with some of my friends, just playing some Smash Brothers, playing some Mario Kart, making some tier lists.
That's cool.
And so I think, to follow your heart.
Yeah. Is ultimate. You're being independent. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
We love independence in this country.
What about jumping on a trampoline, Jack?
Yeah.
What about jumping on a trampoline?
When I lived in California, we did trampoline, and I would go on that shit. Oh my god, every fucking day. It was either that or the beach because I lived like right there. Yeah.
So would you say it's manly?
It's not unmanly. It does lean. It does lean towards more boyish because I'm just saying that because I haven't done it since I was.
Yeah. Like imagine the 25.
Let me run a couple past you.
Okay.
Please,
just rapid fire.
Okay.
Double bouncing.
Awesome.
Manly.
Yeah.
Doing a backflip.
Manly.
Not landing the backflip.
Unmanly.
Doing that thing where you bounce off your butt and then land on your feet.
It's B tier. It's not cool, but it's not like
going to the dodgeball in the trampoline park and just fucking ruining some kids' days.
I think that's manly. I think showing dominance at the trampoline park is just a manly thing.
In a non-dickish way, just
just like showing like, hey, I am the best one here.
Being in the trampoline park,
I'm stronger, I'm smarter,
and
I'm better.
Showing off when you're literally there alone because you think that maybe the girl will see you.
That's
some absolute.
That's some virgin.
Going
shit.
To the trampoline park, but never touching a trampoline, instead doing the high ropes course.
Manly.
Is it a good high ropes course? Like, is it like kind of risky?
It's okay.
Yeah, all right.
You're pretty cool.
Okay.
I'll put B tier.
What would you say the average of all those things were?
Walks up to the urinal next to you.
I agree.
So.
But like in like the bottom of walks up to the urinal.
Yeah, chapsticking is still more manly.
Yeah.
Than that.
Yeah.
Drinking a glass of milk. On the bus.
On a public bus, a glass that you brought from home.
There are people on the bus.
And it's your milk. Not your milk, but your milk from home.
That's just fucking weird.
It's weird, but
is that manly?
Is it manly?
No.
Not a beer. Not water.
No.
It's fucking milk.
It's milk.
First off, drinking milk recreationally is kind of a little obscure.
I'm not a fan of milk drinkers.
I don't do that.
Like just straight milk, not like a protein shake?
No, just milk. A glass of milk.
From your home glass.
2% or whole?
Whatever milk you drink.
Whatever milk you drink.
I don't drink that much milk.
Well, if you had to choose.
I guess because it's healthier, 2%.
Okay.
2% milk. Okay.
Yeah, some guy on a bus, 2% milk, he's drinking it. Up and down.
That's weird.
It's weird. But is it manly?
No.
You don't think so?
What if he chugs it really quickly?
Ooh. Then he just looks...
Like Badlands chugs.
He gulps it in one drink. How manly is that milk now? Is that man milk?
No, I'm just gonna put
Is it man milk?
This is some B tier shit, guys.
You think it's some B tier shit?
B-tier?
Some B tier shit.
I
know you guys have some loaded fucking argument, but it's just some I don't care. You said we need to move on.
We came up with this one like 3 minutes before you got here.
No, listen.
That's impressive. This is some B tier shit.
I agree that it's B tier shit. I'm just trying to exercise your brain a little bit.
Thanks.
Yeah,
my brain
we'd like to get more
exercise.
philosophical, you know?
I love that.
And now let's bring up another philosophical situation. Peeling an orange in one go.
Getting the whole peel off. You know, you start at the top and then you kind of snake it around.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know
it's
what I'm
like at the
about?
end, it's also connected. You could recreate.
Yeah, and then you kind of like dangle it in front of. I also think of this as a father maneuver.
I do. That is a father maneuver. I do enjoy seeing that. I'm a big citrus guy, so oranges, lemons, limes,
pineapples.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
that's not a citrus. It's just an acidic fruit.
It's acidic fruit. Yeah, my bad.
But
no, I think that's actually really fucking cool, and to be able to do that, like, I have a few buddies that are like reasonably good bartenders that I'm pretty sure can do shit like that because oranges and drinks go together pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I enjoy a nice whiskey sour.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm 21.
I would say for now, I think it's
walk up to the urinal next year.
I think it's comfortable being at the top of walks up to the urinal next year.
Yeah, or bottom of
Greek god.
Yeah, I think top of urinal. I think.
Yeah,
I think
top of urinal.
We'll leave it there for now.
On top of the urinal, there's the nice peeled orange.
There's a peeled
it's a little treat for you.
Yeah, perfectly peeled orange.
You're taking a piss.
None of that.
Have your orange.
None of the pith for your piss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah.
Do you know how to parallel park?
I could probably learn.
You don't know how to parallel park?
I have actually tried.
Well,
I've never had a necessity.
Interesting.
I
guess you probably don't go into like city often.
Well, honestly, because of my job now I do, but I have a parking garage and a parking pass.
Right.
Yeah. So parallel parking, manly or not? That's the topic.
I think if you can do it really well, like this kind of goes back to the dad things. Like, you'll see those dads, and, like, sometimes they're in, like, a sedan.
Yeah.
Or, like, my dad, a Prius. Or, like, my girlfriend's
Which is
dad.
a manly car, by
like,
the way.
Yeah. Or, like, my girlfriend's dad, a giant-ass truck. I think, if you can, like, do that, you got one hand on the wheel, you got one hand back here.
Yeah.
Fuck that driver camera.
Yeah.
You're doing that shit.
One swift backup.
That's a Greek god shit.
You don't even, like, go forward to adjust it.
No.
Yeah. You don't even, like, disrupt the traffic behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Greek god.
But on the other side,
taking like 3 tries.
Yeah, you're backing up. You're asking the guy outside.
Your Prius is beeping the entire time.
Hey, am I close? Am I good? And then they're like, yeah, you're good. And then you you adjust, and then it's like, wait, no, you have to go back a little bit. Like, ooh.
Okay, parallel park successfully, like I just described. Greek god. Parallel park like that, virgin. But so I'd say it sits pretty comfortably in the bottom or mid-level of walks up the urinal next.
I think we're assuming that this person knows. We're saying knowing how to parallel park.
Yeah,
I'm taking parallel parking into like the whole scenario, like each scenario.
Oh, okay.
Like each person.
I was taking it as knowing how to, which would be Greek god.
Greek god, obviously. Oh, you want me to put it in Greek god?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. Greek god's looking a little lonely.
Yeah, he needs a friend.
All right.
Greek god.
Never too many top tiers. That's what they say.
I'm sure they do.
I think there are too many top tiers in Smash.
Never too many top. Because if everyone's super, everyone's super.
If everyone's super, then nobody is super.
Sometimes you gotta let a bird fly.
Yeah.
Not too many birds can fly. Never too many birds.
Well, sometimes you gotta let the penguin slide.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes you have to let the penguin slide. And the ostrich, of course, has to bury its head in the sand.
Oh yeah.
Ever tried ostrich?
No one's denying that the ostrich has to bury its head in the sand. But sometimes the mole rat has to peek out of the sand.
But often what I find is that an alligator will wait in the water.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the crocodile will go on the land.
And sometimes a bear will come out of its cage for hibernation.
That's true.
It's true. That's a really good point.
That's true.
Speaking of good
bears
points,
do not sleep. Elementary school lied to you. Bears don't just sleep and not eat for 3 fucking months. You fucking idiots. Sorry.
All right.
I'm a big bear.
Speaking of good
bears
points,
and gorillas.
Speaking of good points, Forrest.
Love bears and gorillas.
Pegging.
How manly is it to get pegged?
Oh God.
We're doing this one on the pod.
We're doing this on the pod?
Yes, Jack just turned a shade redder. So that was interesting.
Let's just say...
Damn.
Let's just say you're...
Okay, paint me the scenario.
You're getting pegged.
You're getting pegged. What's the scenario?
Is that manly?
You're asking to get pegged.
You're asking to get pegged. So,
yeah. You want to get pegged.
You want to get pegged.
Want to get pegged.
Yeah.
You want to get pegged.
No.
You want to get
pegged. You want to get pegged. No, you want to get pegged. No, you want to get pegged.
So anyways,
you dirty fucking slut.
What's important to note
I don't know
here
if you have to bleep that or not.
Is that this imaginary man wants to get pegged.
Yes.
Named George.
And he gets...
Named George Gania.
Yeah. Sure, his name is George Gania.
Yeah, GG.
George Christopher Gania.
Yeah.
Now we're all in it.
Yeah. And he's getting pegged and he enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it?
Is that
How manly is that?
I think
it's very manly. You know what you want and go after it? That's manly as fuck.
He enjoyed it?
He enjoyed it. He wants to do it again sometime. I think it's just like,
Did he do it and then, like, still, like, remain, like, a bottom the entire time? Or does he still do other stuff?
Well, first he did booty boot camp.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
What's booty boot camp?
What is
booty boot camp? Is a set of, like, 12 dildos you can order.
Okay.
That get progressively larger.
So he practiced.
Oh, so you practice
to prepare your ass. Yeah.
I think practicing for it, like, you're easing yourself into it. I think that's not manly.
I think you need to do that.
You do need to do
That's
it.
the thing that you need.
And it's a boot camp.
You need to do that.
Boot camps are very normal.
Yeah.
Very manly.
Boot camp's manly because it's like the army.
Boot camps to get pegged?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's manly?
That's manly.
That's manly. Because you know what you want and you're going after it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Same thing as juggling.
Same thing as juggling. This is the same as juggling. Cause
at least.
Because also all fathers get pegged.
Exactly. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Mom! It's going to happen. I'm very comfortable putting getting pegged at the top of Greek god of manliness. Not at the top, at the bottom. At the bottom of Greek god
I would put it at the top. But what do you think, Jack? We'll average it out between what you think. You're allowed to think it's not manly.
Yeah.
We'll just need an argument.
I don't know. I guess I'll be the average here because you said bottom, you said top.
Well, yeah.
I'll say middle of walks up in urinal.
Okay, so that means it's going at the bottom of Greek god of manliness.
I guess. Fuck it.
So, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What about Owning a piggy bank.
And still using it into adulthood.
Yeah, you still putting your coins in there. Like, you're 40.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're 42.
I was driving.
You're 42
one
and a
time,
half.
and I needed some coins.
Yeah.
Just for like to pay a toll or some shit.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I was glad. I didn't have them in a piggy bank. I think still having coins, no matter the age, they have still some.
No, but
use.
having a piggy shaped bank.
Yeah, it's a pig. It's a pig. You put coins in. You have to uncork the bottom in order to get it out. And you try to get the last coin out of it because you know it's a quarter.
You can't, and you're like jiggling it around.
Yeah. So actually, my parents gave me this like metal sort of piggy bank, but instead of like being a traditional one where it's like, you know, pink and made of like usually like ceramic, it's like thin. I think it's like brass or copper. It's very old, but instead of having a cork in the bottom, the pig head and like front legs screw off. You essentially just split it in half.
That's better design.
So you put it in a vertical angle like that. Yeah, and I still have that. I think I do at least. I don't use it. I think it's just in my room somewhere.
Audio listeners, you can't see it. Video viewers, you also can't see it. But there's a piggy bank.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's right what inspired me to put this on this list.
That's a nice one.
Yeah,
I like the red.
It's my grandpa's.
I can grab it.
Yeah, you can grab it. You can show it to the entire world. It's the piggy bank that my
sorry, audio listeners, you don't get to see it. You should watch it.
This,
dumbass.
Yeah, this piggy bank is made of plastic. It's like
it's made of plastic.
It's very
it's
red.
Terrible. It's terrible.
It's
that
a pretty bad
awful.
one. It's kind of splitting open.
That's how you put the coins in there and get them out. Yeah, you can see it. You can let Jack hold it.
It's made of plastic. Fuck that.
There it goes. We don't use it anymore.
It's gone. Sorry, audio listeners. Right. You never got to see it.
But while I do recognize the fact that coins still play an important part in our financial system nowadays, I think that if you're
owning a piggy bank, it's not that manly. It's not that.
I think it's virgin.
I think it's virgin level.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, because it's like
get yourself a debit or credit card.
Yeah,
I think also saving your coins is not unmanly.
Yeah,
it's just like having a piggy bank, like the same. Like you should just like.
I can buy coins in a Ziploc fucking bag
or a big jar.
Or I used to have a big jar and then it broke.
Or just like because in my head a piggy bank is like very small. It's made for kids. Just get like you can even have a pink pig. I don't give a shit.
No.
But like,
big pink
don't
pig.
get one made for kids.
Yeah,
fit an adult-sized amount of coins in there. In my opinion,
virgin. Chasing after a ping pong ball, which is, by the way,
the most famous ick.
The number one ick in the world is when you're playing ping pong and the ping pong starts to roll away.
It doesn't just apply to ping pong. It applies to
like any balls. You're chasing after any balls.
But specifically a ping pong ball.
Ping pong is the most embarrassing
because it's so small, so it often slips through.
Yeah, so you're like missing it.
Yeah,
and it's like you don't get it on the first try.
It's not manly.
You're still like,
and people often like
laugh,
chase after it in an embarrassing manner. Like they're not just like walking after a basketball. They're
absolute
like on the ground, like crawling around.
There needs to be no debate.
I think there is no debate.
And I'm not saying like it doesn't happen to everyone.
No,
like,
it's gotta happen.
It happens to everyone. It's a human fucking error. Like especially if you're drunk and playing beer pong, it's gonna fucking happen.
It's gonna happen.
And that's why it's also such a common ick.
Yeah,
because it happens so often.
Stutter much, Joe Biden?
No, well, I said I didn't stutter in this.
Shut
scenario.
up.
I said the wrong word. Wrong speech impediment, asshole.
Putting it at the bottom of absolute wimpy child. Okay. I'd rather meet someone named Franklin.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good.
Owning a Rubik's Cube collection.
I would say of
are they
10
solved?
or more.
Are they solved?
You know how to solve them. You might even know how to solve them very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you do.
They're all solved. You put them up there after you solve it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big collection up on the shelves.
Like the classic 3x3, you got a 10x10, a 2x2, like those like
I think we can all agree that
this seems like some young Sheldon shit.
I think the
art
this is peak young Sheldon.
The art of
just instead of trains, it's fucking Rubik's Cubes.
The art of collecting is neither manly nor unmanly.
Yeah, it's kind of just there.
It depends on the
especially if you're a married man, it will annoy your spouse.
Yeah.
But Rubik's Cubes
specifically,
I think if you're really like I've watched Rubik's Cube tournaments before.
Of course, everyone has.
Like clips. Mm-hmm. They're kind of really cool. They solve them really quickly.
Yeah, they do.
However, if you're like okay at Rubik's Cubes and you have a collection,
that's not manly. That's
not impressive at all. It's just kind of lame.
I think
if you're good at Rubik's Cubes, then I think it's like pretty cool.
When I think of someone who has a Rubik's Cube collection, I imagine someone who is very intelligent. Someone who's very smart, but not necessarily manly.
But the thing is, it's like Rubik's Cubes aren't necessarily smart or intelligent. It's just a pattern.
It is.
They're very easy.
But it's like, in order to like do that, in order to have a collection, I feel like you would have to have a lot of love for Rubik's Cubes, and therefore would be able to do it very quick.
I think we can stick this.
You're also probably good with your hands. Good with your fingers.
Yeah.
Which is good to note.
So yeah, I'm very comfortable putting this in B2, right above milk drinking.
Yeah.
Going to Disneyland by yourself.
That's just depressing and also kind of creepy.
It is depressing to go to Disneyland by yourself. Well, maybe it's not, because like, you're doing something for yourself. You're taking yourself on a vacation. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's also, if you're a man, that's just kind of creepy, because I feel like so much Disney stuff
it could be perceived as creepy.
Yeah, because I feel like so much Disney stuff is like kind of like child oriented. Like it's mainly like all the princesses and the Mickey Mouse and like even like some of like the more like PG-13 characters, like I don't know, Iron Man, I guess, or Jack Sparrow. Kids still like that shit. Like when I was young, I liked Pirates of the Caribbean. I still like Marvel. So going there by yourself as a man, that's creepy and gives off a really bad vibe.
I agree.
So
it's also just like it's
sad. It's really fucking sad.
It's such a huge investment.
Yeah.
It's
oh my
expensive.
god, it will cost like half your soul.
If you don't live next to one of the parks, you're probably dropping $600 plus.
Yeah.
To get there, and if you do, you're dropping at least probably $150, not included. Like that's like for the ticket. That's to get in and have like one meal. Yeah, which is not going to be enough food.
And they don't even serve alcohol.
They don't.
They do.
Well, in a very secret part of the park. Yeah, they don't actually serve alcohol. I know.
You can get drunk at Disney.
You can try.
You can find. You can absolutely.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure. They
serve alcohol at Disney 100%.
Really?
Yeah, they have to keep the parents happy.
I've heard different.
They have to keep the wine moms happy.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's just no context.
No context.
Absolute wimpy child. Much lower than eating a hot dog alone in a
Now, going to Legoland, as someone who used to be, when I lived in California, I was a frequent Legoland goer because I lived 30 minutes from one. I fucking loved that shit.
Yeah, Legoland.
I'm not an amusement park guy like anymore. I never really was, because I don't know, amusement parks are just so kind of out there. Legoland was like the perfect level of like
there are a lot of
intense to not intense. They also had like surprisingly decent food that wasn't like too bad.
Yeah,
like I had this chocolate bricks.
I had this cute story of like cool. I'll make this cute story quick.
No, we're good on
You're
time.
Good, yeah.
Okay. My dad, when I was in first grade, he got back from Afghanistan, and I was going on this this field trip to the Legoland Aquarium, which surprisingly very good aquarium.
Mm-hmm. They have like fish.
Yeah, I think they like actual fish and shit. Like it was a surprisingly decent aquarium for being attached to Legoland. Probably because it was in California. Like California aquariums, I remember this other one. I forget what it's called. Very good. And so we were done at the aquarium, and he asked my teacher, who was very chill, my first grade teacher. Shout out to Miss Froke. I'm sorry what I've become.
We'll keep that in.
You were awesome.
Yeah, I'll keep Miss Froke in.
Yeah, why not? She was great. Lovely lady. Still follows my mom on Facebook.
No, that's nice.
You can send this episode to her.
Oh. No. You're funny! Kind of. And he was like, can I take my son to Legoland? She's like, oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I had a really great day with my father when I was in first grade. That's nice. And I still have great days. I still have great days with my dad. We just went toolbox shopping.
I've unfortunately never been to Legoland.
That sucks. Weren't you in California?
Yeah, we went to San Francisco.
Oh god.
Yeah, you should have watched the road trip episode.
I will. You should have gone to San Diego.
It's out.
Dude, San Diego, totally like peak California. I'm not a big California guy. I kind of hate it. But San Diego's nice, and yeah.
Yeah, San Diego's nice. But what about snake charming? Is snake charming nice and or manly?
And is it a venomous snake?
That's because
the snakes
do
are
it to
right
cobras,
here.
right?
Yeah, cobras will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I think...
Man, if only we had a pet to look this up for us. Instead, George has to do it.
What kind of snake gets charmed?
I feel like...
Cobras.
Yeah, it is cobras. So snake charming, they play the flute. I don't think the flute actually does anything. I think it's just their movements. Like, it does something to the snake's brain that the snake likes.
I think
I don't know if this is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I think being that close, especially to a cobra, it's a very venomous snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
And just fucking blasted it on your instrument.
Yeah.
In front of it.
Like performing in front of the world.
No, not in front of the world. In front of a snake. You're performing for snakes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fucking awesome. That's baller. Yeah. You don't give a shit if it bites you. Well, I mean, you probably do give a shit if it bites you.
No, you probably have an antidote on you. Like you'll have to.
I imagine.
So yeah, I think because they have the antidote on them, I'm gonna put that in not Greek god. If they didn't have the antidote, that's some Greek god shit.
I mean, I'm making an assumption.
Okay, let's assume.
But to do it safely, they would have to.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
So let's go with
someone nearby to suck the venom out.
Let's go with walks.
Like a resident sucker.
Yeah, a resident sucker. Like
I have one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. I'm gonna put it at the top of walks up to the urinal next.
Yeah,
I agree.
That is cool.
This is a very confident thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about snorkeling? Going on a snorkeling trip. Maybe with your family, maybe with your friends, maybe by yourself.
Have you ever been snorkeling?
Have you ever been snorkeling?
Actually, yeah. In 5th grade, my family and I went to St. John's. Much better than St. Thomas. What?
We were talking before you got here.
That I thought you didn't go. You've never been snorkeling.
Yeah, and I thought that was ridiculous.
Well, not like deep sea snorkeling. Like we were like
you can't go deep sea snorkeling.
No, you can't because like as soon as the snorkel goes into the water, you're not breathing air.
Super normal.
Here you go. You won.
Thank you. It's super normal to go snorkeling.
So you pay him on time.
All the time.
I did pay you on time.
No, you didn't.
I Venmo'd you.
Not on time.
Oh.
Fucking waited like almost a week.
No. Oh. Well, I Venmo'd you right after the
Shut
movie.
up. I'll break your legs.
Okay.
Give me my money.
Okay.
So
You already did.
snorkeling.
It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Snorkeling is a thing that I think a lot of people have done. I think it's a super normal, especially like family vacation activity.
Yeah, it's normal.
And I really like snorkeling.
I think it's cool.
It's very pretty.
It's not manly.
It seems nice.
Now, if you're like a deep sea scuba diver, especially if you're swimming with like sharks or dolphins, because like dolphins are not peaceful. I would not swim with a dolphin.
No, dolphins are fucking insane.
They're like literally just like the rapists of the sea.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke.
They do that all the time. They also abuse each other, like within their. Yeah, they also use cuttlefish to God. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
They're horrible.
They're horrible.
We'll do a different dolphin episode.
We'll do a dolphin episode.
Dolphins. Go sharks.
But that's scuba diving. Specifically snorkeling, where you like stay like at the top, you're looking down at the coral reefs and they're all gray. And
you're appreciating nature.
Yeah. Oh, I do respect appreciating nature. I think that doesn't happen enough. I went to REI yesterday and I got a nice new laptop sticker where it's the outline of, America.
That's the epitome of appreciating nature. Is a laptop sticker.
No, I'm not telling you. Fuck off. And it's all nature-y and shit instead of just being, like state outlines. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to Shenandoah. I didn't do that enough this summer. I went on a almost 16-mile hike with Hannah Fiddler. That was enough shit. That was enough Shenandoah for the summer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not that close either. It's like a little bit of a drive.
Oh, I think I did have to get gas on the way there.
Yeah,
at some point.
What the fuck?
I would put it in
yeah.
upper B tier.
Upper B tier.
Upper B. I agree with upper B.
I absolutely agree. I'll put it above flossing.
Definitely above flossing.
I don't know. Going to a taco bar. Yeah, even
going to the taco bar.
Going to a taco bar.
Did you tell the taco bar story?
I did.
To me, not on the pod.
We're not gonna tell on the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
it's fair.
Oh, like
to the
taco bar.
Like a free taco bar.
A free taco bar?
I mean, a taco bar, you can just get anything you want at the taco bar.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, you can eat as much as you want at the
taco bar. A lot of tacos.
You can get a lot of meat and a lot of salsa and a lot of lettuce.
Are we talking like actual tacos though?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we're talking about an actual taco bar.
I love tacos.
There's a taco bar on Steam right now.
Like an all-you-can-eat taco bar where you can get whatever you want.
I can't look at taco bars the same. We can't tell the story on the pod.
No, of course not. We don't have to. But like
we're not going to.
Going to an actual taco bar and making yourself some tacos, chilling out with your friends.
Kind of like a buffet. Like going to a buffet. How manly is that?
That's not extremely manly, but you're appreciating some very good food.
Absolutely.
It's always good to, I feel like, appreciating and like recognizing being able to recognize this is gonna be dramatic. The glory of some food.
Yeah.
I get very dramatic with my cooking.
Let me rephrase it this way: engaging in one of the 7 sins, gluttony. How manly is that?
Oh God!
I think
you're defying God. That's like, damn. That's like some balls.
Yeah.
I think that's
as a man of faith.
When I think of going to a taco bar, I don't necessarily see that as a manly activity, but the act of appreciating food, I do see that.
Let's go with mid to lower.
I think putting it right above Chapstick.
Right above Chapstick.
Would be a good spot. Now, finally, the last manly activity, which I think is just this one, just like is just an objective, like straight up S tier, in terms of manliness. It's starting a podcast.
Oh, dude!
Starting a podcast.
I mean, that's like a good god level of manly, right?
Who would do that? Being on a podcast.
A bunch of wimpy bitches named Forrest and George.
What if you started like a solo podcast?
A solo podcast?
Yeah.
Well, what is it about?
Would that be less manly, probably?
Oh,
much less manly.
Oh, wait. Now I'm remembering my junior year self. That guy should... Can I say a very dark joke?
Yeah.
I'll debate on whether or not I should cut it out later.
Okay, you can figure out if you want to cut it out. But junior year Jack, if you're watching this,
fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bleep that?
No.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
That's okay.
All right,
yeah.
I guess
That's barely even dark.
Yeah, that's not dark.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what's dark and what's not these days. I think it's if it's a good podcast, I think that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
My podcast that you could probably still find when I first started, it's pretty stupid. It's basically just political satire. I was just trying to be a combination of like, I guess like The Onion and the Babylon Bee and like the Hard Times. It was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It was played out.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny at the time. I used to be super into politics, and I'm still a poli-sci major. I'm not as into politics anymore. Like, I'm really more just kind of just trying to chill.
Yeah.
You know, I just like to chill. So, it started out pretty stupid, and then last summer, I filmed one more episode with these guys. I changed it up to just kind of being slightly more like this, not having like questions or a specific topic, kind of just
a conversation.
Hanging out with the boys, having a conversation. And I think that's good. So I think it all comes down to what kind of podcast you started. Because the podcast I started was fucking stupid, and I recognize that. It was horrible. It wasn't funny.
Okay.
You showed up in a cow suit in the first episode. That was actually kind of enjoyable. The first episode was
funny.
Yeah, that was crazy that you did that when, what, you said junior year of high school?
Yep.
He asked me to.
I'm just saying you had it.
Yeah.
Of course I have it. I still have it.
You probably have that shit fucking framed.
I would be willing to hang it up in my apartment.
Retire it like a jersey.
You can hang it up next to my wrestling poster that I'm going to give you.
I can't wait for that.
You'll just have that
on your ceiling.
You're having sex and the girl's just like, who's that? He's like, a reminder.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be having sex. That's just not going to be happening.
No.
That's true.
But no.
Oh, God, that's so true.
But it wouldn't be because the podcast would probably assist you having sex.
I definitely agree. If we make merch, and I have the merch on me.
Oh, dude.
And someone's like,
can we make underwear?
I would wear that shit during sex.
I am actually in the market for funny underwear.
Yeah.
Just in case I have sex.
Okay, anyways.
In case.
Starting a podcast, how manly is it? This all Jack. You know what? We're too biased.
We're too biased.
You guys are too biased.
And you've started a podcast.
And I did start a podcast. That was extremely mid. And some podcasts are mid, some are terrible, some are great. Shout out to the Obligatory Podcast. So far, I'm enjoying it. The Tinder episode was very funny. The romantic episode, very funny, very enjoyable.
Thanks.
Second episode, too much coughing and sneezing. Idiot.
Yeah.
That was him, right?
I sneezed.
Oh, that was you, right?
He coughed, but I sneezed.
Little sneezy bitch boy.
Because I'm allergic to dogs.
But other than that, fucking cry about it. Just kidding. I love this man, kind of. Love you more, not any longer. So I'd put it upper B tier.
Okay.
Because it can be very good, it can be very bad, or it can be very B tier.
I think that's fair. I think that's a good tier list.
I think this is a good list.
This is I'm really glad you recorded this.
Yeah.
I have some gripes with a couple of the items.
Of course you do.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think we all do, right? Like, this is a list of compromise, which is maybe the most manly.
It's also 3 different people with
But it's good. It's good that we finally got these answers to all the questions that we've been talking about.
So now I know how I can be manly.
Yeah.
I have to fuck at a graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I have to
while juggling.
I have to leave a frat party a little early
to do it.
And at some point I have to wipe my ass.
A bad frat party.
Yeah, probably.
If it's a good frat party.
If taking a shit at a frat party, how manly is that?
That's just don't do that.
It's just weird.
Especially if that's
you're not in the frat.
If that's a frat, especially if you're trying to rush that frat, you're not getting in that frat.
You're not in the frat.
No, you're not.
You're a guest. You're in their house.
Yeah.
And you take a shit in their toilet. It stinks for the next 15 minutes. How manly is that?
Get the fuck out of my frat house. That's what I would say.
So very intimidating amounts of manliness.
Aw. Never rush a frat, Forrest.
I won't. I don't. I don't even want to a little bit.
Good.
Jack, as we've already said on this podcast, you've known me and Forrest for quite some time.
Yeah, I have. A very long time.
Me, nearly 9 years. Forrest, about 7 to 6 years, I would argue.
Yeah. And 3 or 4 of those years I actually liked him.
Yeah. Awesome. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Some people.
Very few, but an impactful few.
Would see me and Forrest operating together and think, wow, they are the exact same person.
Yeah, like this. Do they rehearse that shit?
They wear the same things. They make the same jokes.
Mm-hmm.
They must be the same person.
Yeah, they showed up to this thing together.
Yeah, they're a bit weird. You, however, have the wisdom and knowledge of time.
Yeah.
To maybe recognize some differences between me and Forrest.
Yeah.
Other than...
There are so many, by the way.
So many.
So many. Countless. You know what? I can't even start listing them because there's so many.
like we're like different race, different height, all that. But we don't want to know.
We already knew that.
We already know that.
Yeah.
But what we want to know, Jack, is what do you think the difference between me and Forrest is?
Well, obviously one of you guys fucks and one doesn't.
It's true.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about that.
I know. It's okay. You're owning it like a man.
Thank you.
Little virgin man.
Little virgin.
At heart.
You're owning it like a little
Virgin
man.
Virgin at heart. Virgin at heart, man.
Like a little virgin heart man you are.
Thank you.
All right. The difference. I wasn't.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I haven't known you guys so long. Obviously, you never lacked empathy as a child, unlike him. You never pelted rocks at people.
I didn't lack empathy.
Shut up.
I was fighting for what I wanted.
Oh, that's what everyone who likes empathy
I was protecting what was mine.
It was mine!
No, I keep on making jokes. This is actually kind of a thinker. I know this is definitely going to go over your time limit.
No, we're good.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Damn.
Plus, I can also just, like, if I want to, I can cut out all this silence.
True. It's true.
Okay, then I won't.
Yeah, we'll leave in the silence.
We
The
need
viewers
the
like
silence. The audio viewers love it. It builds up the tension for them.
Mm-hmm.
The video viewers just see me thinking.
They're very confused, yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
they can actually see inside of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sorry.
that's my phone's X-ray vision.
I don't know. Damn, this is hard. Because I like you guys a lot. And you guys are fairly similar.
We won't get offended with whatever you say.
I
know.
Yeah.
I think from obviously one of you guys have very different paths in lives in life.
It's true.
Because you guys have different and similar. You will be so obviously you're going to be a fantastic cook and you will probably go on, in my opinion, because I've cooked with you or for you, and I've also seen what you do and like shit like that. You make very good shit.
Thank you.
And then you are also extremely entertaining. I know you want to be an actor / writer and start a show and shit, like, which I would watch. And I know you asked me to voice myself. If you like, do you still want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I won't say what it is because there are thieves out there.
There are thieves out there.
There's many thieves in
and
the
if
night.
you steal George's show as the manliest man, I will find you and break you in more than just half. I'll go down to 8ths, 12ths, teens, motherfucker. Fuck with my boy.
I'll go down to the teens.
Yeah,
I like that.
I can do fractions. Thank you. Insert high school name that we won't do for some reason. I don't know. Well, but yeah. So obviously, in paths and lives, you guys are very different because you instead of going to school, you straight up stayed in the business. You kept working, and you got very good at what you do. Mm-hmm. I look at and you showed me what you did. Compared to what people are doing, can I say the name of the school?
Yeah.
Compared to what people are doing at CIA,
not
Central Intelligence Agency. He doesn't want to kill a Kennedy.
Well,
or Martin Luther King.
Well,
yeah. No, that was the FBI.
Oh yeah.
Kennedy is CIA, King is FBI.
Okay, my bad.
And then you obviously with the entertainment business, you guys are going to be very different paths in lives. But I think you guys will still have, obviously you'll still have your similarities though.
Yeah. Of
being
course.
Fairly funny people. Like I'm not trying to be funny. Like you guys are genuinely pretty funny people. I've always found you guys. I always put a chuckle in my heart. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing. Paths and lives.
Okay.
But still very similar people in a good way.
No, absolutely.
Not like, oh my god, they're twins. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Yeah, because we're not twins. Because you know what? Like the crocodile and the alligator waits in the water.
Mm-hmm. And the hare and the rabbit fuck a lot.
Yeah. They do.
It's true. It's true.
That's true. They both do.
Yeah.
That. And you know what?
You wait, he fucks.
Sometimes the podcast host has to end a beautiful episode.
And that's true. And that's just the natural. That's just the natural way that it goes.
It has.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Jack, tell them where they can.
Tell them where they can find you if you want them to.
I cook. I'm just gonna say it because it's okay. I cook at Clarendon Lifetime. The cafe itself is open to the public. The rest of the club obviously is for members only. But if you want to get a membership, do that. Nothing wrong with getting a little fit and getting some good food. I'll make it extra special for you.
Yeah.
Just say you're a viewer of the Obligatory Podcast. I'm like, oh hey,
it's true.
I'll make you some good shit. I mean, I always make good shit. I'll make you extra good shit.
Extra good just for you.
So you can find me there. If you want to pull up to my house. Please don't.
Anyways, here's the address. Oh my god, it's rainbow colors following my
and now it's gone. All right,
it's gone. Oh no.
Thank you for watching the Obligatory Podcast, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Damn, that was
Wait! We were almost about to ask. George, could you imagine how embarrassing that would have been?
Dude, that would have been so rough. For the one episode that Jack was on,
I would say most importantly, the most important question.
Yeah.
Like, who was funnier this episode?
Which one of us was funnier?
Who told all the good ones?
We had a lot of good ones today.
Was it me, Forrest?
No.
This guy, Jack?
No.
That guy, George?
Yeah.
Subscribe. Bye.
Bye-bye.